to from faring down the Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. And they've taken.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Raekwon McMillan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guy.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On second down, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Goff. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And running with power here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Take it at the 37. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing Jones. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for the Patriots.
Okay, call me an admirer right here. How about the touch on that throw?
I like the timing catches, the short ones, but those rainbows that drop right in the bucket, something pretty about them.
Really is, and let's face it, we always talk about arm strength. We love the guys who can throw it through the car wall.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position. And I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league. But the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run here with Swift. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run right here with Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense for the Pats, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
21-0 our score after 1. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around. and they are capable of doing exactly that.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this one complete to Smith. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to add on to their first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, Swift, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Out of the gun. Gone. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On second down, it's Stevenson. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And this one is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on second and 10, Jones. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jones off the play fake, airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
This is Smith with a grab. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Stevenson now on first and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Ball sits on the 10, second and 5. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They pitch it to Harris, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, here's Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo sack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Davante Adams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
46, boys, 46.
They'll run on first down. Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Mike 46. Mike 46. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
On 2nd and 9. Goff toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Off play action. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And now before we get to the extra point, remember will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this one. No, okay.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing on third. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now Goff. Goff had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones looking deep for Adams. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. New England's offense set to go. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Jones now. Off play action. Looking deep for Adams. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. What's the deal, y'all? This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Adams. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Caught on the right side by Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On second down now, it's Stevenson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Patriots get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down, Swift, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Goff now to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Goff's throw pulled in by Aguilar. Touchdown, Detroit! Nelson Aguilar. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Off the play fake. Jones. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Jones looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
It's so difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Detroit's offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Goff on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 41, Goff. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Gone.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Goff again. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Devin White make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
3rd and long. It's gone. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning it in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Following the fumble recovery, Goff completes it to Aguilar. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down now, Swift, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to... And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty simple.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Swift. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second down and goal. Goff.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. That'll be 3rd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Jones off the play fake, airing it out deep for Smith. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 36. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. again. Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now a first down throw. Goff.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Time for Charles to fire up the snowplow as we say so long from Foxborough.
I'll even hold for your field goal attempt, partner.